Hi, my name is Avni. I'm the founder and head designer of Avni Fashion, which is my company. We are an eco-friendly clothing company that makes contemporary collections for women of all ages, usually women who want to celebrate their own femininity, who believe in a lot of feminine textures, feminine silhouettes. That's our goal, and that's our company. The goal and the core of the company is naturally dyed clothing, and what that means is that we dye all our clothing with herbs and flowers and different kinds of naturally found materials like iron or aluminum. And this is sort of the core of our company because this is what makes us eco-friendly. We like to ensure that the methods and practice that we use in the dyeing is good for the environment, good for the people, and good for the consumers that actually wear it, because wearing chemicals is also not very good for the body. So we're trying to put something different and something new out there for the consumers, and that's what our goal is and our mission is. Now, I talked about naturally dyed, and there's one aspect of natural dyeing that's a little different for our company, which is called recycling a lot of materials for natural dyeing. And what that means is that we use a lot of waste products, for example, marigold flowers that you find, and generally in India, temples use a lot of flowers that are wasted by the tons every day, and that's what we actually take from the temples once they've already used it and reuse them in our dyeing process. We take the flowers, we dry them, we powder them, and then we use it for a lot of dyeing. When I talk about dyeing, it's a process that involves a lot of handwork as well. I talked about the color, which is marigold, for example, or pomegranate skin, or onion peel. That's the kind of the dyes that we actually use, but we also use a lot of handwork to get the textures that are very unique to our clothing. One of the methods that we use, which is commonly known in the industry as shibori, which is a Japanese technique of doing tie-dyeing of different kinds, but it's very delicate art. It's all done by hand. Every fabric, every piece is unique. We want to put this uniqueness out there. A lot of our customers enjoy this uniqueness because they want to wear something that's not mass-produced, something one of a kind, something that's environmentally friendly, and has a lot of aspects that are very unique to the fashion world today. Another important aspect of what we do is the ethical part. Now, this kind of brings me back to how I started off with this company. A lot of people ask me, I was in the corporate world, I was in finance, I did supply chain for big corporations. Why did you get into fashion? And that also not only any fashion, company, but you started your own, which is a very difficult path. And the reason it all started for me, because it stemmed from a lot of nostalgia. I come from a family of textiles. My grandfather was a researcher and a director of what was a textile institute in India. That's a very famous one. They used to do a lot of work with artisans. They used to do a lot of work with different people in India that were kind of not known to the outside world. Lived in villages, did a lot of handwork. So he used to do a lot of work in that field. And then my mother actually was a lover of fabrics and textiles, and she would take me on all these trips every year where we would go and find these artisans, work with them, see their handwork, and there's a lot of love and affection that goes into a lot of these fabrics. And just to see the women have this sort of camaraderie over the workmanship that they have is just amazing.